More than 400 years ago, ships arrived at our shores carrying people in search of endless possibilities. These first settlers built communities. That community building was continued by generations that followed, and today we still build toward the future. And what that future looks like is entirely up to us, all of us making choices. And many of those choices will relate to transportation. Yet, the transportation future we choose is not just the act of getting from place to place. It's about protecting what we value and how we live and connect with one another. It's our choice. Suburban is our dominant development pattern, causing us to mirror some national trends. 76% of us drive to work alone. Our primary means of transportation? Single-occupancy vehicles. Sidewalks are few and public transportation is limited. Our transportation realities match most comparable-sized American cities. But we can choose another way to mirror other cities. Some communities are choosing to change how transportation works for them. Now, citizens are debating how transportation can be interwoven with issues like quality of life, dwindling resources, and personal health. Issues like childhood obesity and soaring pupil transportation costs have communities encouraging children to walk or ride bikes to school. Safe Routes to School is an organized effort for children to get increased physical activity and a readiness to learn by walking or biking to school. Cities like Charlotte and Chapel Hill, North Carolina are known for their walkability. Walkable communities offer pedestrian space for people of all ages and physical abilities. Walking or moving in a wheelchair becomes feasible and safe by having sidewalks where needed, along with safety lighting, benches, and other common sense features. Additions such as multi-sensory crossing signals, cautionary signs for drivers, and consideration of crossing distance also provide added safety. Our future choices will impact how people can live independently. By 2030, 1 out of 5 people in America will be over 65, and the elderly population in Hampton Roads will grow even faster than that of the nation as a whole. AARP and public health organizations have become advocates for what is being called aging in place. These advocates call for safe walking routes and more access to alternative transportation for persons who, as they age, become non-drivers. Some communities are developing transit hubs to serve those with disabilities. These hubs even provide space for service organizations that work with this segment of our population. As the concept of bike commuting grows, some communities are choosing to provide enhanced means for this form of non-motorized travel. Infrastructure adjustments range from painted bike lanes to dedicated bike lanes separated from motorized vehicles. Cities like Portland, New York, Minneapolis, and even Washington, D.C. are expanding their programs. And some cities are requiring bike parking spaces for new commercial development above a certain size. Cities in the Research Triangle of North Carolina have come together to be proactive about providing plug-in sites for electric vehicles. Smart Garage is a national initiative that envisions electric cars drawing power at night during low-demand, lower-cost hours and selling power back into the grid during high-demand, higher-cost hours. The energy stored in car batteries would actually become part of the utility's overall energy capacity. The choice is clear: more or less public transportation. Keep in mind that transportation comes in many forms. Some Louisville neighborhoods are served by bike cabs. In Philadelphia, some neighborhoods have organized car-sharing programs. Other communities are building a network system of electrified trolley buses. Phoenix area cities are adding a second bus rapid transit line to connect with the new light rail system. Washington, D.C. is looking at a modern streetcar network to supplement the metro. Think streetcars are a thing of the past? In addition to D.C., dozens of other cities have developed streetcar proposals. There are almost 40 urban light rail systems in the country. Some connect to heavier rail for further travel. So many choices, so many possibilities. What do we want for our transportation future? Who do we want it to serve? What do we want to create together? That discussion begins now.